Hey guys, what's up? Shane here from AwakeFX. Welcome to this trading video. Boy, have I got news for you. Breaking news. My Forex Funds, one of the most popular prop trading firms, are now frozen for business, which is quite unfortunate. So I'm in Europe. I got the news this morning. When I tried to log into my Forex Funds account, I was met with their website which had a message on it. We'll talk about the message now in a few moments. But for you guys in the US are probably waking up later in the day, it's quite interesting news. You know, for the trading industry, many people rely on prop firms in order to trade with and to grow their money because they offer huge leverage to people who may not have access to funds themselves. So with my Forex Funds, what has happened here is that the message on their website, which I'll read out to you now, the Canadian and the US regulators were onto them and they've frozen their assets, frozen their bank accounts, and you no longer can trade for the moment, at least temporarily, with them. So I'll read out the message to you. We'll have a look at that. And then I want to just talk about prop firms in general. Are they finished? Is this going to cause some kind of domino effect? Or how should we as traders be thinking about the future and with funding? Should we be worried or not? So let's explore this. And obviously these are just my opinions of the situation. But on the My Forex Funds website, they say, traders, yesterday we learned that without prior notice or discussion, a provincial securities regulator in Canada and the commodities regulator in the United States issued orders preventing us from trading securities or accessing funds in our bank accounts. So obviously their bank accounts are frozen, so they can't do payouts to people, etc. Until these freeze orders are lifted or modified, our business is effectively and at least temporarily frozen as well. So the business is frozen. We will be reaching out to the regulators to discuss their concerns, and the first court date to determine whether the freeze orders should be lifted or modified is currently scheduled for September the 11th in the US and another hearing later the same week in Canada. So My Forex Funds is based in Canada, but obviously the regulators from both Canada and the US have been in touch. There's going to be a court appearance. Obviously, all of My Forex Funds business dealings are going to be really heavily investigated into. So for me, for you as a trader, we don't know how this is going to affect us, but all we know right now is that we just can't use My Forex Funds. So anybody who is doing a challenge presently, you can't do anything. You can't continue with your challenge. There's no refunds. Anyone who has been funded with My Forex Funds and has maybe money owed to them, obviously they won't be able to access that either. The final sentence on their website says, we hope to have this matter resolved as soon as possible and will update this message as events occur. So I do not think there's going to be any changes anytime soon, obviously until after at least these court dates in the middle of September. But let's discuss prop firms. I wanted to give you a quick overview of the prop firm industry, where I think it's going. Are prop firms finished? I don't know. We're going to discuss that as well. So firstly, I started trading over 10 years ago. And like many traders who traded back then, there was no prop firms like this where you could do challenges with and get funded with large sums of capital. Instead, I had to save my money like other traders, get a pot of money, maybe something like 5,000 euros, $5,000, put it into a trading account and trade with that. But the benefit of me doing that is that it was my money. Any profits I made were mine. Any losses I made were mine. I'm funded straight away by who? By me, myself. So then along came some prop firms. FTMO is one of the biggest ones, and still really is. And I suppose with all these different prop firms, what's going to happen is there's probably going to be a lot more investigation into the regulation surrounding prop firms. But the positive thing is that many prop firms are based in different countries. So the regulation in different countries is different. For example, FTMO, they're based in Europe, whereas My Forex Funds is in Canada. So depending on where the prop firm you're with is located, that will determine how much regulation there is. It'll determine whether or not something like this can happen. Can they just freeze their accounts overnight? The learning really is that if you are using prop firms, it's better to not just use one. it's better to have multiple different companies to deal with. So instead of having a $400,000 funded account with one prop firm, maybe you should have 4 prop firms with 100,000 funded across 4 prop firms to reduce your risk. So it's a form of spreading the risk. Do I think prop firms are finished? I don't think so. I think this is just one blip in the system, albeit it's one large company that have been targeted here. I do think other prop firms will really be watching this very closely to see how they can best structure their businesses to be able to continue in the future, because it's a fantastic service. And prop firms are really, really great resource for people who may not have enough money to trade with, but have fantastic skills. If prop firms were, for whatever reason, become extinct, we're going to go back to the old method of trading where we just fund ourselves, or if we're really skilled, we find other people to fund us or companies to fund us, people who might want to invest in you. So that's my 2 cents worth. It's only my opinion, guys. I, like the rest of you, believe that My Forex Funds was a very reputable company, as in it was quite a large company, and I thought it'd be more probable for the regulators to target smaller companies. So it is a bit of a shock, honestly, to me that My Forex Funds, that this has happened to. I did post a video recently where I passed their step 1 of the prop firm challenge with 1 trade, so check that out. But after that video, I wanted to give you an update on how things were progressing. So now I just can't even access My Forex Funds myself. So I've been a victim. Not victim? No, not a victim. So I've been obviously caught off guard with this myself as well. But I also use other prop firms, Top Step and multiple other prop firms, as well as trade my own capital. So I am a strong believer in spreading the risk. Thanks very much for watching this video. Let's all watch this space together. Let's learn from it. Any of you who already have live funded accounts, who may be due a payout of $5,000, $10,000, maybe $50,000, I would be personally more inclined to take payouts more regularly. You know, always have in the back of your mind, oh, what would happen if this prop firm froze their assets? How would that affect me? So see how invested you are with your individual prop firms, take regular payouts, and hopefully the industry doesn't suffer too much from this setback. And I look forward to seeing the next trading video. And thanks for watching, and subscribe for more content. Take it easy. Bye-bye.